This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. First carry now for David Montgomery. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And some room to maneuver. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have struck first in this NFC title game. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go around. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Hurts. It's caught. Smith. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it to Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. And this is caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Next to score, Eagles 21, Lions nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down. 21-0 our score after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Eagles 21.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a first and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. That one goes for 24 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Shifts free at the 15. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Lions get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And they cut the lead to 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Elliott on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
At the 45-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. They still can't get him. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, they've looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Brown.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal. Oh, first mistake for them in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And his throw here's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Hard running at the 15. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown, Eagles. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Got a man. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing is Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a first down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Nolan Smith, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Hands it off out of the gun.
Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough third down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on second down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Hurts.
Touchdown! From 21 yards away.
And the Eagles are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. This is caught by Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Brown the motion man right. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Lions get a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off here and say goodnight, everybody.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.